Hey y'all, picture this: I'm standing in a glitzy ballroom, dressed in sapphire blue, my twin boys tugging at my hands, their little bow ties crooked but perfect, and across the room, my ex-husband, Marcus, freezes mid-laugh, his champagne glass wobbling like his whole world's about to crash. My name's Lena Carter, and this is how I went from being the woman he threw away to the one who walked into his fancy new wedding and turned his lies inside out. Let me take you back, way back to when I was 23, head over heels for Marcus Tate, this smooth-talking real estate guy from Charlotte who could charm the stars out of the sky. He proposed under a big oak tree at sunset, all promises and big dreams, and I thought, this is it, my happily ever after. But fairy tales don't last when you're married to a man who loves control more than you. It started small texts to his work friend, Vanessa, that lit up his phone at 2 a.m., his eyes rolling when I asked about it, saying, "Lena, don't be so clingy. She's just smarter about business." That stung, but I swallowed it, thinking love meant bending until you break. Then came the baby thing, or the lack of it. Month after month, those texts mocked me with one lonely line, and Marcus? He'd sneer, "I got a kid from my old fling, Lena, so what's your problem?" His words cut deeper than knives, carving out pieces of me until I believed I was broken. He never hit me, oh no, Marcus was too slick for that, but he'd grab my wrist just tight enough to remind me who was boss, his voice low. "You're lucky I'm still here." 5 years of that, y'all, 5 years of shrinking myself to fit his ego, working late at the diner, saving every penny, $12,000 stashed away for a future I still believed in. Then one night, he found out about the money, his eyes gleaming like a wolf spotting prey. "Lena, this is our ticket," he said, all soft and sweet. "I got a deal with a buddy to flip houses. Give me that cash, and we'll build a life, babies, everything." I recorded him promising that on my phone, call it a gut feeling, and like a fool, I handed over every cent. His business took off, but me? I got colder shoulders and sharper insults. "You're holding me back, Lena," he'd say, while Vanessa's name glowed on his screen. Then one night, I came home early, arms full of groceries, and heard them through the door, Marcus and Vanessa, laughing, her voice dripping venom. "She's pathetic, still thinking you're hers." Marcus chuckled. "I don't need her anymore. That money got me started. I'm set now." My heart shattered right there, but when he served me divorce papers a week later, calling my $12,000 a gift, I packed my old Chevy and drove to Raleigh, to Mama's tiny house, where her arms and her fried chicken were the only things keeping me from falling apart. She held my face and said, "Lena, loving him wasn't weakness, it was courage, and that's something he can't take." Enter Jamal, this quiet, steady contractor fixing up our neighborhood's rundown lots. He wasn't loud or flashy, just kind, with hands that built homes and eyes that saw me, not through me. He'd show up with coffee for Mama, carry my groceries without asking, and one day, while I was pretending to read on the porch, he said, "Lena, broken things just need the right hands to rebuild." I wasn't ready for his kindness, but it seeped in slow, like sunlight through a cracked window. Months later, I started sketching plans of affordable homes, playgrounds, a community center, dreams I thought Marcus had killed. And then, y'all, the impossible happened. I got dizzy at work, thought it was just exhaustion, but 3 pregnancy tests later, I was sobbing on Mama's bathroom floor. Twins. After all Marcus's lies about me being barren, here was proof I was whole. I named them Noah and Nate, my little miracles, born with lungs loud enough to wake the neighbors. Jamal was there through it all, painting the nursery, building cribs, loving me without demands. My sketches turned into Carter and Wells construction, starting small, fixing porches, then growing, hiring local kids, turning empty lots into homes. Life felt full until Marcus's wedding invitation arrived, his smug way of saying, "Look at me now, Lena." I could have ignored it, but something in me snapped. He wanted to parade his win. I'd show him what I'd become. So I showed up, Jamal at my side, the boys in tiny suits, Mama's prayers behind us. The ballroom was all glitz, Marcus laughing with Vanessa, now his bride, until he saw me. His smile dropped like a stone. "Lena, you look different," he stammered. I smiled, cool as ice. "Yeah, healing does that." Their speeches were a knife twist, Marcus talking about real love that bears fruit, Vanessa cooing about building a legacy. Every word was a jab at me, the Baron X. So when the DJ opened the floor for toasts, I stood, heart pounding but steady, and took the mic. "I'm Lena Carter," I said, voice clear. "And I've heard a lot tonight about love and truth, so let me share some." Marcus took $12,000 from me, called it our future, then called it a gift when he left me for her. I played the recording, his voice promising me everything, now echoing through the stunned crowd. And about being barren? "These are my medical records, I'm fine." "Marcus? He's the one who can't have kids." "Never could." The room gasped. I held up DNA results. "His son from before?" "Not his." "Vanessa's daughter?" "Not his either." Chaos broke out. Vanessa screamed, "You lied to me, Marcus," and stormed out, veil trailing like a ghost. Guests whispered, phones recorded. Marcus's empire crumbled right there. I looked at him, sinking in his chair, and said, "You invited me to gloat, but the truth doesn't play your games." The crowd roared, clapping, some shouting, "Get him, Lena." Back home, the story went viral. Hashtags, news articles, Marcus's business tanked, clients bailed, even Vanessa's family ditched him. Months later, a lawyer called my $12,000. It was legally mine, plus interest, totaling $300,000. I didn't keep it. I gave it to shelters for women like me, starting over. Now, Carter and Wells is thriving. My boys are growing wild and strong, and I'm speaking at conferences, telling women, "You're not broken, you're unstoppable." But here's the thing, Marcus thought he'd buried me, but he only planted the seed for my rise. What do y'all think is justice, about getting even, or about living better than the lies they told you? Drop your thoughts below, your city, your country. Let's see where this story's hitting home. Like, subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and check out our other stories. Thanks for listening to mine.